Terry is building a tower of blocks. This time, Terry builds the tower more quickly. When she works more quickly, Terry needs less time to build the tower. Some things need only a short time to happen. This woman writes this word in a short time. But she needs a longer time to write other words. And an even longer time to draw a picture of a house. Some things take even a longer time to happen. It takes time to fry eggs. And a longer time to bake cookies. Or to play a game of checkers. And an even longer time to read a book. Other things may take a very long time to happen. A flower takes a long time to grow. From a tiny seed to a leafy, flowering plant. It takes even longer for people to grow from a baby to a child to a teenager to a grown-up. Things happen in many different lengths of time, and we can compare the time it takes for things to happen. Some things take a longer time, and some things take a shorter time to happen. When two things happen at the same time, we can compare them to see which takes a longer time or a shorter time to happen. The smaller gear turns faster and takes less time to turn once than the larger gear. Which gear is moving faster? Now, one gear is moving just as fast as the other gear, so they both take the same time to move one full turn. These two boys are running to see who can reach the finish line first. Who ran faster? Who took a longer time to finish? This larger boat is moving faster than the smaller boat and gets out to the harbor first. It took less time than the smaller boat. One car takes less time to go down the ramp than the other. Which car moved faster? Dave and Terry start to drink their milkshakes. They both finished together. They both took the same time to drink their milkshakes. So, things that happen just as fast take the same time to happen. Time and measuring time are important to all of us. We want to know the year, the month, the day we were born. A birthday tells us how much time has passed since we were born. It is also important to measure time in order to tell how long it will take to get from one place to another. We soon learn which way to travel is the fastest and takes the shortest time, and which way is slowest and takes the longest time. Many things do not happen together at the same time. Many things happen one after the other, and they happen the same way again and again. For example, the sun rises in the east. After the sun rises, it moves high across the sky, giving us daylight. Then it sets in the west. And day becomes night. After night, the sun rises again in the east. The time it takes for all this to happen is called one day, and it happens this way every 24 hours. Other things take longer than a day to happen. For example, the moon seems to change its shape. One night we may see the moon shining with a crescent shape. About 5 days later, it is a half moon. After about 7 days more, it is a full moon. Then after another 7 days, it is a different half moon again. 5 more days, and it is a crescent moon. In about 2 days, the moon is dark and very hard to see. But 2 days more, and the moon looks like it did 28 days ago, or about 1 month ago. The moon seems to change about once a month. Changes also take place on Earth about every 3 months. We call these changes seasons. In the summertime, the weather is hot. Trees are covered with leaves. Many birds are flying about. The sky is usually clear and blue, and the sun is high in the sky at noon. About 3 months later, the weather becomes cooler. Many trees lose their leaves. Birds start to fly south. Winds blow stronger. The sun is lower in the noonday sky. This is autumn, or fall. 3 months later, new changes take place. The weather is cold, and storms may bring rain and snow with gray, cloudy skies. Some trees have lost all their leaves. The sun appears low in the sky at noon. It is winter. But then, as 3 more months of time pass by, we notice the changes once more. Blossoms and leaves begin to break out. The sun appears higher in the sky, and it is warmer. Scattered clouds and rain showers come and go. We call it springtime. In 3 more months, the sun is high in the noonday sky. It is hot and summertime once more. The Earth revolves around the sun in 12 months, or 1 year. We all do things like this every day. Some of these things take a short time, and others take a longer time. Time is part of everything that happens. By comparing the time it takes for something to happen, we can describe some happenings as faster or slower, or just as fast as other happenings. Just as we describe a thing as bigger or smaller, lighter or heavier, round or square. Because of this, time is useful in observing and describing many things. The scientist finds it an important part of his work and experiments. The use of time is part of transportation, industry, government, agriculture, business, education. We find that everything has something to do with time. Time is a very important part of everyday living.